Hello guys and gals, Buffalo here. Merry Christmas. Doesn't look much like Christmas out here today. It's a pretty good evening. It's about a week before Christmas actually gets here. But I wanted to film this video early and made sure I had it done before Christmas. So hopefully you're seeing this maybe the day before Christmas Eve or something, or you're watching it on Christmas. But I just wanted to do something a little bit different this year. I haven't done a Christmas special in the past, so I thought I'd take this opportunity to introduce you guys to some of the people that help me behind the scenes, that really help the Buffalo's Outdoors channel and are an integral part of the Buffalo's Outdoors team. Now, this is a non-shooting video. You guys that are just here for the shooting, hey, I get it, but you can go ahead and peel out. The rest of you guys that would like to come along with me, we're going to take a ride, go over and visit a few of my buddies and introduce them to you. We're going to see the guy. We're going to let you guys meet the man that writes the banjo music. You know, music is one of those things that brings people together. It can also divide people. And I've gotten comments both ways as far as the banjo music on my channel. But the reason I use that music is because my good friend Greg writes that music. He makes it for the channel, so it's royalty free, and I like it. So I think it fits in good with the Appalachian theme of my gun channel here, Buffalo's Outdoors. So we're gonna go meet him, and I've got a couple other guys that I want y'all to meet. Now, don't make fun of the Buffalo's Outdoors adventure wagon here. You know, it's paid for. I don't got a payment on that thing, and I don't have an ego tied up in my vehicles either. So you guys can hop in with me and we'll take a ride. This thing is also a chick magnet. You may not believe it. You know, typical minivan, you wouldn't think it'd be a chick magnet, but I had two spend the night here last night. Now, what are you chicks doing up there? I've told you girls about pooping on my van. All right, let's get going. Look at that. Almost 365,000 miles on this old girl. Still going. Not even a check engine light on. Alright, so we're headed over to Jason's first. Jason and I go back about 20 years. We met at a factory job that we had. He had actually, I think he was there before I was, but we worked together there maybe 8 to 10 years or something. It was a pretty good period of time that we worked together. We became really good friends. Jason, myself, and another friend that we met there actually became really close hunting buddies. We got into waterfowl hunting a lot, and at that time here in our area, waterfowl hunting wasn't something that everybody did. It was kind of unusual. We kind of had the waterways to ourselves. You know, our end of Kentucky doesn't really have a flyway like the western end of the state, so we just kind of get the stragglers anyway. But really enjoyed that time, and several years there we hunted every year, every day that we could. And then this TV show called Duck Dynasty hit the big time, and suddenly everybody around here and their brother was a duck hunter. So it became really hard. We lost a lot of our good spots, and it became really hard to find a spot where somebody else wasn't already hunting it pretty hard. So we kind of got out of the hunting. But we still do a lot of shooting together. In fact, I go over there every Wednesday evening if the weather's not bad or something else doesn't happen. But we typically try to shoot every Wednesday evening. You know, a lot of guys have a poker night. We have shooting night. I don't see much difference in it. We just go over and run some drills, shoot a lot of 22. I've got that Smith & Wesson M&P full-size 22 and that Taurus TX22. Both of those have just been great pistols. But the reason I've been able to run the round counts up on those pistols is because I shoot every week over at Jason's. He's not got a range like I do, but he's got a pretty good little spot there in his backyard where we can hang a few steel targets and get the timer out and run some drills, and that's a lot of fun. Now Jason, he's a big gun guy. He's the guy that I bounce ideas off of for my videos. He gives me a lot of ideas for videos as well, but I also, if I come up with an idea, I'll kind of run it by Jason and just kind of, I don't outright ask him usually, but I'll see what his reaction or thoughts are on it before I do the video, because a lot of times he'll look at something from a little bit of a different angle than I do, and it'll make me think of something that I hadn't thought about before, and just makes my videos more, you know, I can cover more if I've got another mind to pick. So he helps me a lot. A lot of the guns you see on the channel have come through his hands. Just a big help to the Buffalo's Outdoors channel, and I feel like you guys should meet him. So I'm going to cut this camera off, and when we show up here again on the screen, I'll be at Jason's. See you there. Alright guys, I finally made it over, and we decided to shoot inside, shoot video, not guns. We decided to shoot inside because it's pretty cold out there. But this is Jason, super help to the channel. He's the guy that I go to. Like I said, I bounce my video ideas off of him. He's given me a lot of video ideas just straight out, and a lot of the guns you see on the channel come through him. So Jason, you want to talk a little bit about yourself or some of these guns?
We like talking about guns. Buffalo asked me yesterday to maybe pick a few of my favorites out, and for whatever reason, these are kind of some of my favorites.
I see a lot of familiar stuff here on the table, and you guys will recognize some of this. This Smith & Wesson 617 you've seen on the channel. That is a shooting little outfit right there. I can't believe how well that gun shoots. 10 shot, really nice revolver. And like I say, you guys have seen it. I don't think I featured any of this other stuff on the channel. For something he shows you guys, some of this stuff is real, like this one, he'll tell you about it. I can't, you know, some of it doesn't even work. It's just sentimental stuff. But if it's something that's workable, he's been super great about sending stuff over for us to take a look at.
It'd be great. It'd be awesome.
I'll tell you one that's got me excited that he just picked up recently, and that's one that I want to get myself, is this Ruger SP101. It's a 3-inch in .327 Federal Magnum. Really been wanting one of these. I've got that Henry, that .327 Magnum Henry, and this would go right along with that, so definitely going to be borrowing that off of you soon.
That Henry video actually pushed me over the edge on that. That's
Did it?
Yeah, I've been wanting one. That video really
People
showed
underestimate that little .32 caliber round, but that thing's a Magnum now, and you get 6 shots in the SP101 with it, where with like my .38 that you guys have seen so many times, I can only get 5 shots in there. So that really, you know, 1 shot doesn't sound like much, but when you've only got 5 to begin with, it makes a pretty big difference.
Take it for sure.
Now what's that one?
This is a 3-inch model 65. This is a heavy barrel, round butt. It's not a rare gun, but not a real common. It's had a little, I like my double actions like the Buffalo here. And
yeah, if I buy double action, I plan on shooting it in double action. It's funny how many people will come to me and if they're looking at getting a revolver, and I'll talk about single action or double action, and they don't want one that they have to cock every time. So they're talking about a double action, but then when they get a double action and I take them to the range, they're standing over there cocking it every time. So it's amazing how many people will buy a double action and then not shoot it in double action.
Buffalo demonstrated that a lot. It takes a lot of time to master it, but once you master the double action trigger, it'll help you on all your shooting, in my opinion.
It does, it really does. And something about the double action pull, actually, I feel like I shoot it better. I think it stabilizes, you know, when you're staging that trigger, it stabilizes, it takes your shakiness out.
I agree.
Because if I just got a real light single action trigger, it's like, I don't know, I'm a little
kind
shaky.
of push your gun around a little bit.
I don't know, but with that, it takes all the tension out.
I didn't realize we had 4 double actions laying there, so I guess we got a little carried away.
Well, we like our double actions. Like our lever actions too. Tell them about that one.
This one is a 4570 Marlin guide gun. It's just a fun rifle. It's got a buffalo inspired peep sight on the rear.
Yeah, I like those peep sights on a lever gun. I mean, look at the sight radius you've gained. You've all dang near doubled it.
Exactly.
I just shoot the peep so much better than I do the leaf or the buckhorns.
Absolutely. And I didn't grow up with peeps, but once you get used to them, they're just so much better.
Now this is one you guys haven't seen on the channel. It's a modern, it's a new, a Remlin,
Right,
I guess they call it. But it's been a great gun.
And I had no issues at all. Yeah, I've been really excited.
I know people tell you not to buy those, but I bought that 44 Magnum. I haven't had a bit of trouble out of it, and he's bought this recent and hasn't had a bit. Well, you've probably had it a couple of years.
Yeah, send it to me if you don't like them.
Yeah, that's right.
No issues.
I'll adopt them. But I know there's bad ones out there. I don't mean to say that they're all perfect, but you know what gun company don't put out a bad one every now and then.
I like to shoot mild loads in this.
My opinion, Remington saved them. You know,
exactly.
They might not even. I know people will probably hate on me for saying that, but if Remington hadn't came in when they did, Marlin was in some serious trouble.
Right. And some other companies have went out of the country when that happened. So at least we got them in the U.S. still. So.
Yep. Now I know these two are more sentimental.
Yeah, this is.
Talk about those for a second.
This is an old pre-Model 10. This old revolver belonged to my great-grandfather, and I didn't know it existed till about maybe a couple years ago. Through social media, we met some of my distant relatives, and found out. Long story short, and one of my distant cousins gave me this gun. And I'd never met him before, so he just wanted to keep it in the family. So
that's awesome. You probably heard that you'd shot a lot and stuff.
He found out I liked Smith and Wessons, and I was kind of glad.
That's pretty cool.
And this old rifle, my dad always hunted with, and I hunted with as a child. And it's completely worn out, as Buffalo said. This one probably wouldn't make a good video. It's these little guns smithing one day, but.
Man, it's funny. There's a lot of guns that you can put a dollar value on, and then there's stuff like that. I mean, you'd probably trade off a expensive Benelli or something before you would get rid of that.
Oh yeah, all these would go before that old gun would, because of the memories. Yeah.
And that's something either you understand or you don't. You can't make somebody understand sentimental value if they don't have it.
Right. I'm not usually a big sentimental person, but certain things I am.
Yeah. Yep. But I just wanted you guys to meet this guy. He, like I say, the channel wouldn't be where it was at if you didn't help me. One of the people behind the scenes, and really just a straight up person. Very pro 2A, concealed carries all the time. So just the kind of guy I like being around. So.
I like to take a chance to say he didn't try to get me to do this, but I've known Buffalo for probably 20 years, and he's the real deal, guys. The Buffalo you see is the one you see, and it's the real Buffalo.
I appreciate you saying that.
I always admire his channel because we're working people, and everything we get we have to work for. So when we buy something, we really try to study it out, and Buffalo's always been that way. And
yeah,
if he recommends something, it's probably a good reason behind it. So.
And a lot of people don't understand why I don't do a whole lot of negative reviews. It's because I put in the research and the time, and I have to really want, to be able to get that. So by the time I get it, if it works as it's advertised to do, then I probably don't have a whole lot negative to say about it.
Exactly.
But I guess that's, we can wrap this up. You want to tell them Merry Christmas? I already told them.
Merry Christmas.
We'll go and meet the banjo picker next. All right, so I've arranged to meet Greg over at my wife's photography studio. He's actually waiting on me over there right now, so that's where we're headed. I've known Greg for about 7 years. The best way I can describe him is just to say he's a high quality individual. That might sound like a corny way to describe somebody, but Greg's always there. If I need something, I can ask him a question. He's an outstanding carpenter. Besides being a musician, he's an outstanding carpenter, and I can ask him a question about plumbing, electrical, anything I've got going on, and he can usually just pop the answer right off the top of his head. So other than helping me out music-wise with my channel, he also helps me a lot in just, daily life problems that I run across. He's been a big help to me since I've met him. We hit it off right off the bat. Now, we like to aggravate each other and play pranks on each other and that sort of thing. But at the end of the day, Greg knows I respect him, and I think a lot of him, and I want to introduce you guys to him. Now, I'll go ahead and get everything set up, and when I turn the camera back on, we'll be in my wife's photography studio, and hopefully we'll get him to pick us a Christmas song or two. Greg, I appreciate you coming by and playing us a little music, and more than that, I appreciate what you do for the channel, making that music for the channel. Not everybody has a music guy with the talent you've got that they can tap into just for their YouTube channel. I hope you know that.
Well, I appreciate you letting us play on it, and actually some of the cuts was my daughter on the channel.
Yeah, his daughter's an amazing picker as well.
But I want to thank you and your family for the videos that you've put out through the years and stuff. And you've done several guns that my sons and I have went out and purchased after seeing those videos, and we sure appreciate all the information that you do.
I appreciate you saying that. That's awesome.
Yeah, man, they're really good. If you want to buy a gun, we usually go on and see if you've got a video of it, and then that makes us the choice to do that. So
I don't even know what to say about that. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, we're thankful for what you do, man. There's a joke that's told that what's the difference between a banjo and an onion?
I don't know. What's the difference?
Nobody cries when you chop up a banjo.
I like that. That's pretty funny. But if somebody chops up your banjo, we're coming after them.
Yeah, you got that right.
Man, thank you for coming over.
Man, we appreciate everything that you've done, man. And you keep up the good gun shows.
I sure will. I'll do the best I can do. Okay, while we're over here at the photography studio, I thought we'd get a real quick camera shot of the boss over here. You want to say hello to my subscribers, honey?
I'm still not subscribed to your channel.
Come on. You're my #1 Buffalo's Outdoors fan. You gotta subscribe.
I have to live with you.
I'm gonna log into your computer and subscribe you. Alright, so I'm a little bit bummed out right now. Greg did a awesome cover of Foggy Mountain Breakdown. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that one, but I think of the old Bonnie and Clyde movie and that chase scene where they're playing Foggy Mountain Breakdown. But anyway, he done an awesome cover, and I got home and kind of played with the video a little bit and uploaded it to another channel just to see I always like to test upload videos and see how they're going to come out. And Greg plays that song so good and picks it so clean that YouTube's content ID algorithm picked up on it immediately and hit it with a copyright and muted the video. So I'm not going to be able to include that in this video, and it's a shame because it was such a wonderful cover. But I do understand, I don't have the appropriate license to use that, the mechanical license and the synchronization license. It's easy to get a mechanical license, which just covers the soundtrack, but it's a little more work to get the synchronization license if you're going to include a video. So I'm not going to be able to include the Foggy Mountain Breakdown. I really wanted to, and I appreciate you, Greg, if you're watching this. I appreciate you doing that, and I'm not going to be able to use it. It's a shame. So a little bummed out about that, but we're on our way over to Casey's. Casey's another guy I'd like for you guys to meet. He was one of the founders of this channel. He's helped me a lot over the years, and we're actually not that far from there right now. So I'm going to go ahead and kill this camera and introduce you guys to Casey. Casey's one of the founders of this channel. The early videos that I posted, the very first videos we posted, Casey was involved in. There was actually 3 of us at that time, and we was just having fun with it, making some funny videos and stuff. This was before the channel transitioned into what it is today. It was just as a joke, more or less, for our co-workers and friends, wasn't it? We were trying to be funny, and it was to our friends, but to people that didn't know us, they probably thought, man, what a bunch of goofballs.
It was a lot of fun.
It was fun. We had a lot of fun. The channel's kind of changed over the years. It's become pretty much just me on most of the videos, but these guys helped me so much behind the scenes. I just wanted to give them a chance to tell y'all Merry Christmas and let you know that it's not just me. There's a whole network of people that help me out with this stuff, and Casey's one of them.
Well, thanks. It's been a pleasure helping him along with the videos. I just want to say Merry Christmas to you guys, and thanks for watching his channel and subscribing. I don't help nearly as often as I'd like to, but I have helped some on some of his projects. And I'll tell you, I've known Buffalo for probably 25 years, but I've worked with him for around 18 at 2 different jobs. And I'll just tell you, this guy is very meticulous in his approach to go do something. He's great to work with. He puts in, 110% on everything he does. And, his research on some of these guns is amazing. I've learned so much off of him that I've been able to apply it, to some of my hobbies, and it's made me better.
Man, I appreciate you saying that, Casey. I didn't get these guys on here to say good things about the channel, but everybody is, you guys have blown me away at how much you appreciate what I do, and I wanted to say I appreciate what you guys do. Casey's got some of his guns out here on the table, and you guys have seen some of these on the channel. Just like when I introduced you guys to Jason, Casey's the same way. If he gets a gun, he always offers it up to the channel, see if I want to share it with you guys. You guys have seen this 44 Magnum Super Red Hawk that belonged to your father-in-law, didn't it, before he passed away? So it was kind of a special gun for you.
Yeah, about 2 nights before he passed away, he called me over there and he gave me that gun, and it was pretty awesome. I love it.
That is, that's a nice gun. Those Rugers really shoot too.
And I think you've done a video on this little New England Arms.
Yeah, I did. I thought this thing, when I first got it from you, I thought, man, that's just a joke.
Yeah.
But it's really, I mean, you could actually use this. I mean, it surprised me at how well made these are. I thought they were just kind of a novelty, but, sure beats a sharp stick.
I've got a Glock 19 here that I purchased a couple years ago. I really like it. It shoots good.
Man, that's one of my...
It's cheap to shoot.
The Glock 19 is one that you can't really go wrong with. It's the right size to carry and big enough to shoot it well. It's hard to argue with anybody getting a Glock 19 for a carry gun.
It's really good for target shooting.
Unless you just absolutely need something super small, Glock 19's the way to go.
I went a little overboard on this next rifle here. I'd hunted for a long time with an old rifle. It was a 270 Remington that I had the forearm and stuff taped up on, and I hunted with it for years, and it was a good gun, but I was having to line it up every year, so I decided I was going to get myself something a little bit nicer, and I bought this Benelli R1 300 Win Mag. And so far I've liked it. It shoots good, it's light to carry, it's very light, and I love the way it's made. It doesn't scratch easy. It's a really good gun.
It is a nice looking, it's a different, kind of different looking gun as far as like a deer, you think of a traditional deer rifle.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I've got a video of that on the channel shooting some beer or something,
You do?
the ballistic beer videos. But I don't have like a review or anything. We might could do that at some point. But I think this runs the that Argo gas system,
Mhm.
doesn't it? So should be a pretty reliable outfit. You had any trouble with it?
I have not.
That's
It's been a good gun so far.
I would think it would be a reliable unit. That's a proven gas system.
It jammed up on me one time, but other than that, it's run pretty smooth. I try to keep it old.
What kind of scope you got on there?
It is a Leupold 3x9x40.
Man, you got it set up nice. Yeah, we may do a video on that one day and just kind of do a review. And I wasn't really, until you got to looking for this, I remember when you was looking for it, I wasn't really even aware that these were out there. I had never fooled before.
I wasn't either. I just stumbled across them one day when I was on the internet, and I thought, man, I'd like to have one then. Ended up buying it.
Something different.
Yeah.
It's a 300 Win Mag?
Yes. It's 300
Definitely ought to get the job done.
Most people around here shoot a 30-06, and I just wanted to be a little different, so I decided to go with the 300 Win Mag. But I like it. I've killed a couple deer with it, so it's been a pretty good gun.
Good deal.
But I've really enjoyed helping him out, being on his videos, and if any of you guys have not subscribed, I encourage you to go on and do it. I'm telling you, anything he tells you, he's spot on. He's really put the research in, and you can trust what he's telling you.
Man, I appreciate you saying that, Casey. Anyway, here's Casey, just another member of the Buffaloes Outdoors team. And more than just the three guys you met today, there's many more. I wish I could get everybody together on a video. I've got people that save me their water jugs, and I've got people that'll call me before if an appliance goes bad, they'll call me and say, hey Buffalo, would you like to shoot this thing before I take it off to the recycler? Little things like that, you know, it keeps the channel interesting and keeps me in new stuff. So I wanted to say thank you to these guys that you met today, and since it's Christmas, thought I'd make this a little Christmas special. So tell them Merry Christmas. You probably already did, didn't you?
Merry Christmas, I think I already mentioned it, but Happy New Year, and like I said, go ahead and smash that subscribe button, and thanks for watching.
Crow going nuts back there. Guys, I know this has been a long video and it's not my normal type of video, but I thought it was important that you guys meet some of the people that are behind the scenes helping with the Buffaloes Outdoors project. Of course, you're welcome to help as well. I've got a Patreon set up. I've got a lot of people helping out over there. I've picked up several Patreon members here in the last week or so. So that's a big help. That's actually one of the reasons I'm still here. You know, when YouTube, we went through that big adpocalypse thing that they did, I considered leaving. I'm not here to make money, but at the same time, if the channel can't sustain itself, then I can't keep it going. So people came over to Patreon and I'm able to keep the channel going. So that's the bottom line. I don't know how else to say it, but I wanted to say once again, I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas and a great 2020. Hope 2020 brings you everything you ever wanted, maybe even perfect vision. I don't know. But this is the part where I say I'll talk at you again soon.